Hey, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say, let me hear you say, yeah. Say, let me hear you say, yeah. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. You know, use with it. We up in the morning on that coffee lick with it. Like, yeah. Let me hear you say, yeah. What's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. It's time to talk blurred stuff. Yes, it's your boy and your man and your women and your favorite folks right here at the New Blurred Order, Blurred Church, as we call it. Finna get it on in. We are joined by a special guest this morning, and oh, she's like, oh, y'all think that she said that she can't throw it back. Well, take some of this gremlin. Bam, bam, pop, 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 pop. Let's go ahead and do it like that. Yes, there is much to discuss. In addition to our special guest that we have today, that I am so excited to introduce you all to, there are also a lot of other things going on in the world. If you don't know already, yes, the one and only Zaynah Bear. You know her, you love her, you've seen her all over your screen, whether it's on your phone or iPad or laptop. We're gonna chat with her today, and we have much to discuss. In addition to this, we also did see the finale for Secret Invasion this week. Was it hot? Was it not? Did it suck? Was it trash? I don't know. We might discuss. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Twisted Metal is now out there on the streets and giving Anthony Mackie yet another project to hopefully not fuck up. Just kidding. We love you, homeboy. Foundation came out. Season 2 is now on episode 3. Will we talk about it? I don't know. Ninja Turtles pops next week. Pull on up. Yes, man, because the Turtles is what I'm talking about, man. And hopefully this right here will revive the franchise, especially with good old black April O'Neil. Let's talk about it. The Invincible, one of the best animated series is out there, is now in season 2. Hallelujah. So let's discuss that as well, possibly, as well as Witcher, which finally gave its finale. Aww. I say, oh, bye-bye. It's so sad to see Mr. Cavill go off into the wilderness, but I'm sure he'll rise up with some new project, and it'll do what it's doing. We're still going through Barbie fever right now for some, well, let me not say for some reason. It's well deserved. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's pretty dope, and I heard that it's not what you expect. I heard it's not even for kids. That's the whole thing going on. And in case you didn't hear, we are being invaded by aliens. Yes, go tell a friend. Go ahead. Go to that bunker that you've been preparing for all this time, because it's real. There's an alien. I'm just playing. It's not really alien invasion. What's going on, y'all? I'm your boy, the real Biz Taylor. Shout out to everybody who's watching on YouTube, who's watching on the Twitch, who's watching on the Twitters, who's listening on the Spotify's, on the Apple Podcasts, the iHeartMedias, as well as on the Google Podcast. And we are joined none other than by the homie Bad Ty in the house. We've got Omar in the house. We've got Hippie in the house. We've got Yazzie in the house. And also a young lady who bears no need for introduction. The only one who you know who can make you laugh while making you feel nostalgic at the same time. This is somebody we are excited to introduce to y'all. But before we do, let's go ahead and be introduced ourselves. Will you please go ahead and let them know who it is we
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Whoa. Let me get all this 10P Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass bitch with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean, so he always got hoes. Light skinny bitches like.
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Nice. We said it twice as always. Yes, if you are joining us just now, then you will learn that we are being joined by none other than the one and only dance sensation content creator extraordinaire. You know her, you love her, you've seen her all over YouTubes, and we are here to welcome with us today Miss Zaynah Bear. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's poppin'? How you doing this morning?
I am doing swell. Thank you for asking.
That's good. Nah. No worries. Well, listen, we're ecstatic to have you join us this morning. I ain't gonna lie, we've all it's inescapable, and I'm glad it is, because your content is like really unique. So, if I may, I just wanted to just start off by giving you your flowers and saying, "Yo, you dope." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different to see a young black woman live and just look so happy, look like you having fun, and also get everybody else who watches your stuff to probably have just as much as fun as you. How does it feel like to be in this area, like in this space, in this as such a viral sensation as we call it?
It's so odd. Cause it's like all of a sudden, like, damn, 1 million people have seen this? That's crazy. It's like you have to get used to the fact that like a bunch of people know of your existence, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, you did, put out the content, and the people came coming. You know what I'm saying? So by all means,
Yeah.
it's also got to feel like gratitude. Like you got to have some. I would expect you to maybe feel gracious to the fact that the stuff that you're putting out is being accepted. Because as content creators, like especially Tiffy and Omar here, who are content creators extraordinaire as well, like they kind of know that what you post didn't just happen. You know what I'm saying? There's like a thought process.
Yeah.
There's the filming, the editing, the execution of it. So to know that that actually was met with enthusiasm, it's got to feel good, right?
Yes, the best part of it actually is like I get a lot of people that will message me or just comment that like some of my content gets them through hard times. So they're like, "Oh, I just like went through this, like someone in my family passed or I've been like super depressed, but your content always is guaranteed to put a smile on my face or brighten my day." And that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like the shit that I'm doing matters if I can actually like make people happy.
Right. Yeah, man. And you definitely do. I mean, listen, this is one of the first videos I saw when I thought this looked like completely nuts. And I'm just curious as to like what went into what was the thought? Like, can you give us a rundown of what led up to the I can't watch this. So what led up to the creation of this video? Like, were you just pondering in your apartment, you know what, Hotel Transylvania, I think I'm gonna reenact that, speed it up a little bit, toot that thing up a little bit, post it.
What I've actually never seen that movie.
What?
I'm done.
No, because like I would do a bunch of like dances in that speed or what have you, and then I would get a bunch of comments saying like, "This looks like Hotel Transylvania. This looks like Hotel Transylvania." So like the only parts of Hotel Transylvania that I've seen are like just the dancing scenes, because I looked it up to see what people were talking about. I'm like, oh shoot, I do move like that. So I just like started doing the same moves.
That so much. Oh my god, faking it for the content is my favorite thing to do.
Research and development.
I tell people like I've never seen this movie. I don't know what like I know what dance you're talking about, but I don't know it like the part of the scenes. I don't know about his son. Like
You don't need to know.
But people will still say like, oh, this must be your favorite movie. No, it's not. I keep telling you.
Tiffy, you know what that's like to create content on something you may not be an expert in sometimes.
Yeah, especially with the villain PR. Sometimes it is me and Wikipedia and just doing some deep research, and people are in the comments, and I'm just you asked for the character. I delivered the character.
Yeah.
I am here to entertain you. Don't ask me for anything beyond that.
Right. Like a lot of the stuff that I do is just requests. Like y'all asked for this, so I did it for you.
And I took several takes. You know what? We're acting. Like
that's what it is. Well, Zaynah, that's interesting because that gives me the feeling that a good portion of the content that you're putting out here may not necessarily be content you're familiar with. Give me if you could, like, could you walk me through the process of creating a video for you? Like, what all does it entail when you've got that thought, or when you get that comment that says, "Can you do this?" Do you automatically think, "Okay, I don't know who that is. Let me look it up." Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay, where's
Yeah, it depends on what it is, because it's like not like all of the scenes that I've recreated, except for one, I believe. Well, two, including Hotel Transylvania. Like I've seen them. The only ones that I haven't seen are like Hotel Transylvania and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
And also, like, someone asked me to do the Baki pose. I haven't seen that, but
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
just looked at
Oh,
the pose.
Baki.
God, yo, the
Yeah.
Baki just came back out. The
Baki
season
Hana.
2 just
Baki
came back
Hana
out.
season 2.
Yeah.
And it is so dope. Oh my gosh, it is so dope. Oh
So I've
man.
heard.
It is. It really is.
So then you piece together the dance. Do you do it screen by screen? Like when you, all right, forgive me, but I'm just so interested in the creation process. So do you do the whole dance, or do you do the dance shot by shot?
I do it shot by shot
Oh,
because I
okay.
film it all in TikTok. So it's a lot easier to just film it clip by clip and then like make sure the clip's correct before I move on to the next clip. So there's no post editing.
Oh wow. Oh, good grief. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
So
just the way it's filmed.
it's just done, and so then you just put the music over it, and then it works out like that. Okay, cool.
It's filmed
So
to the music, so like there's no work afterwards. Like after I'm finished filming, it's done.
oh snap. Okay, all right. Going all in. Okay,
That sounds like a beautiful fantasy land that I want to live in. I have lost hours of my life to editing, and I'll never get those back.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
see,
I'm
all
saying.
my hours are lost in the filming. I'll be working on 3 seconds for.
Nice.
It's like
Ooh.
no, it doesn't look like the scene. I have to do it again. Nope, got to do it again. I wasn't looking the right direction. Got to do it again.
Wow.
Process.
Oh my God. Like, so how long, like, what's the longest it's ever taken you to make a video?
Probably like 3 hours for like 18 seconds.
Wow. That's some dedication, yo.
I think the longest video was the Save the Last Dance scene, because like if you look at the camera cuts, there's a cut every 1 to 2 seconds. So I'm like perfecting 1 second at a time.
Ooh.
I almost cried before I finished because I'm like, why can't I get this fucking
Yo, that sounds very grueling. I'm not gonna lie. I am curious to hear one without the sound, so that we can hear the bones crack, like you say. I want to hear like their shoulders popping. Pop,
No,
pop, pop, pop,
there's
pop.
like I've done like way back when I was first doing videos, I did like a Mortal Kombat skit, and there was some part where I was doing like the Chun-Li kick, and my little sister was in the same room as I was filming, and she was just like, "Dang, I just heard your knee just go crack, 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 crack." Because it's for each kick, my bones just pop.
Oh, that's crazy. Do you? I mean, well, I'm surprised to hear that, because you give heavy athletic vibes with regard to like your physique. Like you don't. Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. Look, everybody can't do all this right here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the easiest thing in the world to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just put their hands and do the avatar thing where they just basically are. You are an entire superwoman right here. Like, yo, like you give me heavy. I was in track and field in high school. You give me vibes that say like, yo, if I really wanted to, I could try for the Olympics. I could be right there by Shikari. Like, how did you get into this? This balance. And by the way,
oh my God.
This part right here freaks me the fuck out. If I can keep it real, because you're like,
stable. I was like, let me get my ass down before I break myself.
Yeah, like insurance much. Hallelujah. Like I'm like legit afraid. But anyway, like talk to us about how you ended up like learning about this yoga. I don't think it's yoga. It's something else.
Yeah, I don't know what people say it's yoga. People say it's calisthenics. I don't do either of them. I took ballet when I was younger, up until, I graduated high school. So it's been like almost 10 years since I did it, but I still have like residual strength from that. And I mean, we didn't do shit like that in ballet class. I just like saw it on the internet and decided to try it, and I could do it. So I was like, oh shit, I have this skill. Cool. So now it's like a party trick.
Did you also see how to dance like this on the internet? Because like, this is a whole vibe, Zaynah. Like your vibe is unmatched. What's going on? Like, give me the skit. Like, how does this become a part of your normal? Like, this is now basically.
I mean, I'm just naturally a gremlin. Like that. That's just. That's just how I exist in everyday life. And then once I figured out that people actually like that shit, I'm like, oh, I could actually be myself. Okay.
What a feeling, right? What a feeling. All jokes aside, that's dope. Did you ever feel like you couldn't be yourself?
Yeah, because I don't know how far back in my content y'all went, but my shit started off as like twerk tutorials.
Hold on, give me just a moment.
Yeah,
Let me do a little more research. Just for research purposes, I just want to make sure.
Because I was like 15 pounds skinnier before. And okay, so this is how my TikTok started, right? I went viral. I believe it was the most viral one on Twitter, but I had the most viral silhouette challenge.
Oh.
And it went super viral because I was very skinny, and it a lot of like no booty girls use that as representation, which offended me a little bit because I'm like, damn, what if I thought I had a big booty? But they're like, yes, little booties matter. I'm like, oh well, I guess it's little. God damn. But then a bunch of skinny girls are just like, I'm the same size as you. How can I move like that? And I'm like, listen, I'll show you how. This is how you trick the system. But I was like funny about it instead of, you know, being raunchy about it. So people kind of people were more what's that word? People accepted it more easily because I didn't make it feel taboo. It was just like, all right, buddy, here, like, let's calculate the parabola of that ass. But I was also doing like comedy skits alongside that. So I kind of just like once I started getting more male followers, I stopped doing the booty stuff because, you know, the men kind of ruined it. I'm like, it's no longer fun if y'all are looking at me.
We always do.
We will
always do. Leave it to us.
Thank you.
No one's having fun over here. Let me go ruin that shit.
So I just retired the booty part and just stuck to the comedy.
Fair enough. That is, I believe that's sad. But I guess it's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? Us as men, we're a problem. All right. We have issues. I'm just gonna keep it real. We suck in so many different ways. I'm just being honest. Look, I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, but I mean, we run the world and we're doing it poorly. You know what I'm saying? And we should just turn it over to women, in my opinion. And I'm curious as to how that impacts.
We end up with Barbie land, and everything is so good, and every day is perfect, and everything.
Okay. We'll check the movies on that and see.
Oh no, that shit's banging.
It works out. Okay. Well, I will subscribe to that notion. I am curious though, because something caught my eye, Zaynah. And then if anybody else has any questions, feel free to jump in. So you have put an array of different types of content out, some of which we've already seen include dancing and some reenacting of some videos as well. And sometimes it's just a matter of just doing exactly what it is that you saw in the TV show and in the movie. But I did happen to notice that you threw a dad joke or two up. And I think in one of them, you started to get like some unwanted attention that may have possibly caused you to make some adjustments to future content. I mean, how do you feel about that? The fact that, you're trying to do something wholesome and people are in the comments trying to make it something that it never was in the beginning. I
mean, it's nothing new. I like just on the goofy ass cartoon videos, I'll be getting horny comments like, God damn, go to church. Like, I'm dancing like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, that's
and people are like, oh, I know it's pink. Nigga, what?
Yo, what's the weirdest thing somebody said that stuck out to you like that?
I know it's pink.
You know what? Don't answer that. I don't even know.
That's pretty soft. Yeah.
Especially the fucking the younger kids on TikTok with their jokes and shit. Like, oh, I know it's pink. Oh, she got that grip reaper. Like, nigga,
what?
Oh my gosh!
So TikTok,
wild, man.
Put your mom on the phone.
Church.
Yeah, but I be getting some aggressive comments too, like people wishing miscarriages on me and shit. I'm like, I'm just bouncing.
Oh, the Johnny Bravo dance?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's like people threatening to get me pregnant. I'm just like, I will call the cops. And then like, I hope you have a miscarriage every time you try to get pregnant. I'm like, nigga,
what a thing to say.
Right? Just from doing this. Just from doing this. Wow.
Like, I'm just sitting here like this and niggas is mad.
Yo, come on, man. Well, I don't think that's cool, but there are some comments that that don't always necessarily end up being so bad. Like I said, this particular video garnered a lot of attention, and especially brought attention from somebody we all know, which is a dude named Michael B. Jordan. I'm just curious as to what your look at her gushing. Look, oh shoot, hold on, how did that happen? Where did that go? She's like a whole Instagram filter with the cheeks and everything, like she's ready, like she's gushing. But I'm just
I love him. When I saw that comment, I was like, bitch! And then he went through like some more of my videos and started liking them. I was like, we getting married. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I slid in his DMs immediately. He did not respond.
Michael, hold on, did he not respond? He didn't respond. I got you.
Yo, her DM ruined her DM ruined him and Lori's relationship. She was like, "Oh, you liking more than 2 pictures?"
Hey, they were hooking up already. I'm like, hey, babe, I like corny niggas. Come on.
I was waiting. My question's already answered now. I was waiting.
It's like corny and fine is my favorite. I'm fine and corny too. Let's be fine and corny together.
Whole field of maze.
You want a girl that can throw it back. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So he found you. So I mean, like, did you find out on your own? Was you just scrolling?
I found out on my because like a lot of my notifications get hidden. So I'm glad I saw that one in time. So I'm like, that ain't who I think it is. Ain't no way. I clicked on it. I was like, this is his official page.
Yo, and then he started liking other stuff too.
Yes, I showed my mom. I showed my friends.
Yeah, man.
Because like I had slid in his DMs a couple months prior too. Because
yeah, for research purposes, I'm sure.
I'm like, the stars have aligned. Bay has responded to me. Like, we go together now.
So you a Michael B. Jordan fan?
Yes.
What do you think?
Look at him.
That's what's up.
The smile, the muscles.
Can we look at the church hands, please? Can we just get a reenactment of the?
Yeah. Okay. So would you mind, Zaynah? I hate to put you on the spot, but would you mind? I already see how this is gonna turn out. Would you mind just reenacting for us exactly what happened when you checked your phone and realized that you got the comment from Michael B. Jordan?
I was alone, so I had to like screenshot it and send it to all my friends, and like every message just like, bitch. I showed it to my Facebook followers. They were like, take this shit down. I'm like, no. I'm telling the world, Michael B. Jordan knows who I am.
Yeah, man, that's hella crazy.
But then I saw him liking like other people's cartoon recreations. I'm like, you cheating on me already?
How dare you? There's only one Zaynah. I hear you, man. Have you gotten any response from anybody else that you admire? Have you found yourself, once you start getting a lot of views, you're out there, you know what I'm saying? The public to, to the general public, to celebrities. Have you found yourself, meeting people or being in touch with people that you never would have thought?
I didn't meet them, but Sway Lee DM'd me, and just because he saw the Hotel Transylvania one in the striped pants, the one that's like most viral on my page. Well, most viral on my Instagram, at least. And he was just like, this is the best video on the internet right now. Like, don't let the haters get you down. Like, can you do a video for me? Like, I did a video for one of his songs. So that was dope. I'm like, Sway Lee, he sent a voice note. You could tell he was in the studio because he had to turn the music off.
Oh, he said the voice note.
Yeah. I was like, yo. I didn't send one back because, like, what if he thinks my voice is ugly? I'm not going out like that. But
oh man, that's not a thing. But that's dope.
That was cool.
Do you get have you been recognized in public?
Yeah, all the time now, especially by it's funny whenever I go out, it's always the door people that are guaranteed to know because they're probably like sitting there scrolling on their social medias all the time. So like just last night I took a picture with one of the door people. But
Oh,
yeah, I especially in the city because I stay in the city, but like people recognize me a lot and it's I don't know, it's always interesting because it's just like me? That's who you're excited to meet?
yeah, of course.
They're like, it's you. I turn around like, ooh, I wonder who they saw.
Really? So it still hasn't really like got to you yet that, I mean, that you have come to this place in your life. Like you still, that's dope because that shows the humility. But I'm also curious as to if you've ever used that to your advantage. Slide into that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you a couple extra
Nah,
drinks.
because I don't feel like I'm up there enough to be doing that. It's not like I'm a real celebrity. I'm on the internet. Like it's just social media. It's not like I'm like a movie star or something. So I don't want to be like, hey, I'm famous on TikTok. Let me get a free bottle. Like they're gonna be like, get out of here, loser.
Well, you never know. Look, some of the biggest stars right now out there are viral sensations. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like, when I take my youngest daughter out, she'll see somebody from TikTok and just let the folks from the big screen walk past. You know what I'm saying? Like TikTok, the viral sensations, and you're in that group, definitely have their claim to fame. I am curious because also a lot of your dances, as we see, you use the speed features in the dance. I mean, in the videos. But at some point in time, when I'm watching, I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of spitting going on. And I'm wondering, like, if you've ever like found yourself getting dizzy. Have you bumped into stuff in your apartment? Have you broken anything? Not bones, but furniture. Has it ever
Oh,
gone
no, I've never
awry?
broken anything. I mean, it has gone awry. Like the one cartoon dance battle video I have, like when I was doing the SpongeBob part and I was in a back bend, I fell out of the back bend and knocked the air out of my lungs. And my friend was there, like I'm just filming it behind her, and she just hears a big thud and me going, and just turns around, and I'm on the floor like a Family Guy character.
Come on, man. Yo, but you were okay. That doesn't happen a
Yeah,
lot.
no, that doesn't happen a lot. Like the most that is usually a mess up is just like me not getting the shot right, or if I'm like sliding into the frame, I slid a little too far and I'm not centered or some shit. But it's never usually like an injury or something.
Okay. And you never like kicked the wall and put a dent in it and had to give that. They had to keep your
Oh
closet.
no, I was raised by a Caribbean mother. I learned how to not destroy things in the house.
Oh, what part of the Caribbean?
Trinidad.
Trinidad, Parta, Spain.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, I know your mama. I know we went to the same church. Yep, I never met your mama. I have no idea who she is. But did you grow up in the Atlanta area? Is that where you hail? Born, raised, all of that?
Yep, I grew up in South DeKalb.
Oh, okay, all right. So you a grand hustle. She's been around for a while. I'm wondering because I got a chance to see that you went over to the Far East, not the Far East Coast, but the Far East Hemisphere. And you got
that was
to get
dope.
a glimpse at Asian culture. Could you just tell us about your trip a little bit? Like, tell us what you were doing there, what you got a chance to do. Just talk to us about your experience.
I was just there hanging out with my big sister. And first off, like, my favorite part was the toilets.
Yeah.
Like, I used a bidet for the first time, and let me tell you something. Look at that.
That's your favorite part. Oh, she's about to show us the bidet she used.
I liked it so much, I got one.
No, yes, you did for real. Oh, I was playing. I didn't think it was really happening. You really did. She probably
He's got that life.
Listen, the toilet seats were heated. It played sounds, like it would play some music to cover up the sound of you shitting. It had like deodorizers so you couldn't smell it. Nobody would be the wiser. They would just hear the toilet sing. It would spray your booty hole.
What song did you play while you was releasing?
It just be like twinkly music, or you could play like bubble sounds.
Why am I picturing
Like
Zaynah?
I was in there in luxury, like my booty hole is cleaner than all y'all hoes. Don't even talk to me. Like for the whole duration of the trip, if someone was talking shit in the comments, I'd be like, "You crusty booty bitch, don't even speak."
Come on, Clean Booty wins every time. It's so funny because as soon as she said that, it plays music. Why am I picturing Zaynah sitting there getting rid of all of the Chinese food for that day on the toilet going hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
You know, I was definitely dancing on the toilet. I'd be there.
Yo, I feel this at my core, right? Because I have that same one that you just pulled up. And listen, after you use it, you start really sitting there thinking about all of the dirty booty people out there. I swear, as you using it, you be like,
damn, none of these niggas are clean. It's like after that, you just turn bougie. Like I can't believe people are just wiping with tissue.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I hate conversations about booty, but I do have to contribute. Yeah, having a bidet is great, and I like to line it up directly and see it if I can directly.
I mean, scooting forward, like gotta get the precision.
I got a question. What song? If you could have like a custom song for y'all, then what would it be? If you could like have your bidet play a custom like song for you,
all of us. For me,
that song from Rick and Morty, like I got a doo doo in my butt.
I was gonna say "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Mine would be push it.
That's amazing.
I'd be there just jamming the fuck out.
Get up on this.
Yep. Baby. It's like, yep, you just hear it.
Oh my God.
I think mine be the French Montana's pop that.
I don't even want to go to Tiffy. She already uncomfortable with this conversation as it is.
She's here.
Everything.
You got
No, I don't have a song.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I do not.
Bro, we'll circle back. Give her time.
Right.
Give her time. Ty, you got one, bro?
I'll probably be like, I'll probably go with Good Morning. Honestly, no. Let me tell you why. Because honestly, that's when my shits take place. Every morning, I wake up and I take the shit before to start my day. That is how I start my day.
That's the move.
But look, but it's
most people start their day.
And listen, you can be like, but I have a bidet, sir. So I'm just gonna say, there is never going to be a nasty moment in my house anymore.
Right.
I don't know why.
I have a bidet.
Sir. Yeah, there's no more of that. You can't shame me. Yes, I take the shit every morning.
I don't know. For some reason, I like it so much better when Zaynah talks about it than when you talk about it. It just feels gross.
That's only.
And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Tell us more about how it plays music when you shit. And Ty's like, our ceremony, we're like, ew, you shit.
I can respect Ty talking. I'm like, more men need to be comfortable with. More men need to have clean booty holes. I respect that.
No,
Yeah, especially because y'all got like. Y'all got more equipment down there that.
Wait, let's get a close up. Let's get a close up. One more time.
What the hell are they doing in the cat? We lost it.
It was
Y'all are more in danger of having like dingleberries.
Right. For the sake of not losing our counterpart Tiffy. How do we get into booty knowledge so quickly? Like, all right, Tiffy, don't go nowhere, Tiffy. We're so sorry. I didn't.
But food in Japan was also very good.
Oh my
Nice.
God, yo, the booty. All right. The food was good too. Okay, yeah, I clearly, and it didn't stay inside.
And the people, it was
How was that?
it was a lot less like individualism, if that makes sense. So it's
Right.
like, for example, on the escalator, the people that
Yeah,
were
you
not
stand on the right.
walking would stand to one side. The walking
Mhm.
people would walk to the other side. But like here, people are just gonna stand wherever the hell they feel like standing. You know?
Yeah. Where did you get a chance to go to? Was it Tokyo? Was it Fukuoka, Osaka? Where did we land while we were in Tokyo? Japan.
I was staying in Tokyo. We also
Tokyo.
went to Hitoshinaya.
Toshinaya. Okay. Did you do Shibuya in Tokyo, downtown Shibuya?
Yes. I hated it. Just because like
you have downtown Tokyo?
because of the like I don't do well in like huge crowds.
Oh wow. I never would have guessed that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, like I got anxiety. So like being in like the huge crowds, I'm overstimulated. Like suddenly the light is too bright, there's too much noise. I need to get inside right now. Even like the
Okay.
Starbucks in that like famous crossing, there was nowhere to sit. There was also nowhere to stand. There's also like video game sounds playing.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's
in there
dope.
rocking back and forth. Like, can we go? Where's the next step?
Oh my God. I never would have thought. Okay, so you are an introvert.
Yes, very much so. Unless I'm drunk.
Oh, okay, duly noted. Hey, write that down, Ty, for when we go to Atlanta
It's
Comic
like
Con.
anytime I know I have to be around some people, I'm like, okay,
Okay. Omar, you
like
got
let me have 3 drinks and then I can behave like a normal person. After that is when I get drunk.
Nice. Okay, we're learning. What's up, Omar?
What was it like being? Everyone usually has a different experience going to Japan, especially when Black. So, did you feel othered out
See,
there as well? or
no, not at all. A bunch of people were like warning me, like, oh, when you go to Japan, like everybody's gonna be looking at you. People are gonna be trying to take pictures and touch your hair and shit. Nobody was paying me any mind. Like everybody was just minding their business. The first people to touch my hair were white.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, and I'll say not to stunt, but I've had an opportunity to go out there, and I had an argument with a lady while I was in Tokyo because I was out there doing stand up, and I was talking about racism in my set, and this lady got mad. She was like, it's not like that out here." I was like, "Bitch, how you gonna tell me?" But in retrospect, I was wrong because it was like my second day there. You know what I'm saying? And it turned out that they will judge you more for being American than they will for you being Black, from my experience. But I could be wrong. I ain't met everybody in Japan.
Yeah, I didn't feel any judgment at all. Like I was out there making videos with the shoulder dance, and people were just going their merry way. Like you see in one of my videos, someone like literally walking by while I'm just like this in the rain. Like everybody was super respectful and helpful. Like if they saw that me and my sister were lost, even if they themselves didn't speak English, like there was an instance where someone was just like, "Oh, you need help? Let me grab somebody that can speak English," and just like found some random person in the subway to help me. Like people were definitely willing to help. That's the only time that they would bother you or like stop minding their business is if they saw that you were in need of assistance getting around. So it was super cool.
All right, Omar, you have something else, bro?
I know you said you were doing a set in Tokyo. Was it a Japanese native that said that there was no racism there, or was it
question?
someone?
No, it was a white chick.
Okay, so no fucking
yeah,
no.
It was a white
I was
chick.
gonna let it go, but also no.
Yeah.
One thing was
She was
saying that and is ignorant of it, but like, no,
like-
you cannot act like there's not anti-blackness in the East. So,
Any
that's
microaggressions that I
exactly.
experienced in Tokyo were by like white travelers.
Yeah. The expats will be the ones to bring America to you, even in a foreign land. But yeah, the Japanese folks, from what I understand, from my experience in Japan, it sounds like Zaynah had a familiar experience. They could give a shit. Like my homeboy lives in Japan, and he's like, "Yo, these motherfuckers too busy to be worried about your blackness." They're like, "What? Oh, okay, she's black. Did you study for the test?" Like that's all they give a fuck about. Like whether or not you actually are educated or not, whether or not you are wearing stuff or look a certain way. But that's just one perspective. I could be completely wrong. I've only been there a couple times. But yeah, it's definitely a dope place. What do you think was the most fun thing that you got to do other than learning how to use the bidet while in Tiffy? I'm sorry. Don't go nowhere, Tiffy, please. I'm just playing. All right.
I went to this dang, what's it called? Immersive art experience in Tokyo.
Yeah. Where you can stand inside, like
that was super cool. Like walking through the water, like climbing on shit, having like all types of displays around you. So it stimulated all of the senses except taste. We didn't taste nothing. But
I get it. Okay.
but it was really cool. And the art was so beautiful. I felt inspired. I felt at peace. They were playing all types of like sounds for you to relax. You could lay on the floor and look at the flying flowers. It was great.
Dope. All right. Well, taking this somewhere else real quick. Since you are kind of out there doing your thing with the videos, and if you've even got a chance to. Well, before I go there, will you mind telling us what you were doing? You said you were just going there for friends. Was it? I mean,
well, my big sister, she's part of like this NFT group, and they were like having a meetup at the at Anime Japan. So she was there for that, and I was just there because she was like, "Who wants to go to Tokyo?" I was like, "Me."
Okay.
Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to Tokyo. What you mean?
That's cool as hell, man. I'm so glad you got a chance to experience that. While we know you for your bubbly, as you called it, I think you said corny, but I just say unique. I don't like that, but obviously a lot of the dances that you've done have kind of gotten a lot of attention online and some of the reenactments and stuff like that. But now you're at a place where it's been almost like a year or two since your first videos went like viral.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel this deep into the game that you have to dance even if you don't want to in some of your
yeah,
your videos?
Absolutely, because that's kind of what I'm known for now. Like, you'll see on any of my videos that are not dancing, there are gonna be some people like, "Oh, I miss your dancing." I'm like, "Nigga, it's been 2 days." Because like my content before, because I've been doing this for like 2 years, and I had very mixed content before, but now like most of the requests I get are, like, this is nice, but dance. I'm like, okay.
Right. How does that feel though? Do you feel pressure? Like, do you start to get what we would call like Amos and Andy syndrome? Do you feel more in the beginning, this is something I'm doing for fun, and now I'm tap dancing a little bit, like now I'm doing it out of necessity to appease the following that I've garnished?
Yeah, because like this is my full-time job, and
that was
the
another question.
videos that I have, except for like the muscle mommy content that I've been putting out lately, like that gets engagement too. But for the most part, like I only really get engagement on my dance videos.
And does that make you feel any kind of way? Keep it real.
I get a little bit anxious because like now I'm like, okay, well, like guaranteed if I need some engagement, I can just do this dance video. But then if a dance video doesn't do well, I'm just like, I'm nothing now.
Oh wow. That's
like
real...
if this isn't doing well, then nothing will, and I'll have to go to the call center.
No, not the call center. So that's what you were doing before you walked into this lifestyle, before you had a chance to go viral?
No, because I quit my job at the call center like in 2020 at the beginning of the pandemic. And before I started doing like content creation as a full-time job, I would just do random shit to make money so I wouldn't have to get a real job. So like I joined the circus. I was fire dancing.
Hold on. Can we stop right there? Hold on.
It's all starting to make sense.
Well, corporate circus. So it's not like I was like performing an intent, but I would get hired to, go to like parties and shit and spin fire.
Oh, okay. So you do all okay. And you said you were also doing some professional dancing, you said?
No, I've never been a professional dancer.
Oh, I don't know. I guess.
Well, Oh, go ahead.
No,
What did I hear?
I'll go after you.
Yeah. I wanted to piggyback off of Vince's question because I know you said you reside in Atlanta. We know Atlanta is like always been huge for dance. So even if you weren't on TikTok, like the dancing aspect of it, doesn't one have to kind of really enjoy dancing to even take the route that you took? Like,
I danced all growing up. I like if it weren't for TikTok, I probably wouldn't, dance professionally because I'm not really confident in my dancing like that. And I've lost a lot of abilities since high school. I'm not like actively training and dancing like that anymore. So I can't do a lot of the shit that I could when I was 16.
But as an Atlantean, I'm surprised I ain't seen you snap yet.
Don't think you can.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to do. I do need to do that.
We need a snap. I mean, I didn't mean to make it a request. I don't want to add to your list of pressure. I don't. That wasn't my goal. I don't.
It's a good ass idea, though. I can't believe I haven't thought of that.
That's what I was trying to. Yeah.
I'm gonna repost the fuck out of it if you do it. That's all I'm saying. It's like
I did the Dracula comes to Atlanta video, and I did not throw that in.
Yeah, man, where is the Soldier Boy? Can I get a motherfucking goddamn Soldier Boy up in this hole? Well, all right, I know we going back a couple decades, but still, I'm sorry, I just messed around. But Omar, you had something, bro?
Since we're talking about the dance thing, we asked you earlier what your 3 favorite fictional characters were. You said Shigo, Raven Baxter, and Penny Proud. So
I changed my mind. Switch out Penny Proud for Mulan.
Oh, woman after my own heart.
I just fucked you up.
Oh, no. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, well, that might make it harder for you then. So instead of fuck, marry, kill, let's do serve, battle, duet. Who would you kill on the dance floor? Who would give you like the strongest fight on the dance floor? And who would you do a duet with?
Come on.
Ooh.
Oops.
Okay.
I feel like Shigo would because I don't think she can dance. Raven Baxter would probably give me like the fiercest battle on the dance floor. What were the other questions?
Fiercest battle. Who would you kill on the dance floor, and who would you like duet with? Who would you like? Oh, we're doing dancing with stars.
No, I would duet with Raven Baxter because I feel like our styles match. Who would kill me on the dance floor?
No, who you would murder on the dance floor?
Shigo. She can't fucking dance.
Oh wow. Damn, the confidence.
Like she can do backflips and shit, but she can't groove. I just know it. She ain't got no spice in there. What you mean? And then last one goes to Mulan by default.
That's why I didn't want to take out Penny Proud. I was like, all right.
You made it cultural.
What Penny Proud does is she's the fucking hip hop helicopter.
But Omar he raises a good point in that these are characters that you say were you're amongst your favorite. And if I could be just a little candid, you also mentioned earlier that one of the things you and Michael B. Jordan had in common is that you've been perceived as corny in your upbringing, in your growing up experience. Like growing up in Atlanta. Let's keep it real. We know Atlanta. All right, Atlanta ain't one to fuck with. All right, them motherfuckers out there none talking about goddamn shit, boy. Them boys out there none talking about boy. And so for you to grow up in that environment, did you feel in a sense closeted, like with some of the fascinations, with some of the things you gravitate towards? Did you feel like some of the things that you are outwardly putting out into the universe now were things that you could not outwardly put out in a social environment back when you was in high school or middle school without being ostracized by some of your counterparts?
Okay, so I had an interesting experience in school because I went to art school. So I technically didn't go to middle school because my school went from kindergarten to 7th grade, and then the high school was from 8th grade to 12th. So kindergarten to 7th grade, I was bullied like hell. Like I was called an Oreo. Like all of my interests were white. Like I don't even know any white people, and y'all calling me white? Excuse me.
Wow.
But like moving on to high school, and then it also adds like my elementary school was in the ghetto part of Decatur, so like, of course, that's going to be my experience there. High school was in Avondale Estates, and it had people like you had to audition to get into the high school, and you had to have a certain GPA to stay there. So it was like, kind of like a different crowd. And I probably could have been myself in that school, but I just wasn't there yet in myself. So it's like a lot of people would never hear my voice or thought that I didn't smile. Because like, if you saw me in the hallways, I'd just be like straight face and not talking to anybody. Like, I'm just going to shut up and go to my class. But like my close friends got to see that side of me.
Okay. Did you find yourself being something that you weren't just to not have to deal with anybody's bullshit?
I wouldn't say that. It's like I didn't really have to put on an act. I just didn't reveal myself, if that makes sense. It's like I'm not necessarily being someone that I'm not, but I'm not showing you who I am.
Got you. Okay. So in that sense, it's kind of like being closeted. You know what I'm saying? Like you identify with like just being a closeted person who finally, like a butterfly, gets to spread your wings when you get. Do you think that contributes to like your joy in putting these videos together? Is like a sense of catharsis, being able to finally unsheathe yourself and just be your natural, authentic, ever-loving, nerdy self out loud, as opposed to having to conceal it as if it was something you shouldn't be able to wear proudly on your sleeve?
Yeah, it's just interesting because I'm kind of like in a phase in my life where, you know, like this is the first time in my life where I'm actually like talking to people. Because before this year, pretty much, I have never made a friend of my own.
What?
Because like I had two best friends in high school, and they're just extroverts that adopted me. So like any friends that I made were just like their friends that they just brought me along to hang out with. And I didn't make any friends at all in college because I stayed off campus. I'm like, y'all are not going to pay for my Uber to hang out with y'all. So what's the point of even talking to you? So it's like since elementary school, because that's where I met my best friends. Since elementary school, I've made like one friend. But like this year, I'm making a lot of friends all by myself. And I'm like, y'all actually like me? Like y'all want to be around me? And like I'll go into a party and my friends will introduce me like, this is the most lit motherfucker in here. I'm like, are you sure?
Okay.
Like, let me take 3 shots before I get into this party, because why are y'all saying that? It's like, now you done hyped me up.
No, oh no. I surely hope that they don't hype you into feeling like you gotta tap, almost like entertain when you're not being paid to. Like, goddamn, like.
I mean, that's kind of part of it though, because like now I have millions of people seeing me at my most comfortable. So if they meet me and I'm not already at my most comfortable, it throws them off. And it looks like I'm being rude. But it's just like y'all don't understand that I'm an introvert. All of these videos I do by myself in my house.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, you're outgoing, an extrovert." I'm like, "What made you think that? Do you have evidence that I've ever spoken to anybody?"
Wow. Holy shit, that is amazing, and I'm glad we're having this combo, Zaynah, because I don't know, but I would assume that the millions of people that follow and watch have zero idea that this aspect of you exists. I'm not saying all of them don't. I'm sure many of them do.
Yeah,
but like the overwhelming majority. I'm curious. Tiffy. Now, Tiffy also is our resident viral sensation. Like, she puts out content that's unlike anybody else. She does villain PR, and like she's completely ridiculous at making videos. Tiffy, can you relate to that? Like meeting people in person and feeling like they are trying to assess you as who your online character is, as opposed to who you, not character, but online persona, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think that people, I'm just now reaching the stage of people like recognizing me more frequently and like approaching me. So I'm navigating it because it is weird. like I get it, like they like the things that I pick out, but the same as Zaynah, it's like, oh, me, oh, I'm just talking shit online about fake characters. Don't mind me, you know? So it is strange. I don't know that I've ever felt that they were trying to get me to be something or perform in that moment. But I don't think that I've had the same number of interactions as Zaynah. Like I'm still a baby at this in some regards. So I'm not sure. But I also, with anxiety and things like that, I check out very quickly. Like I go to the safe space in my brain. And it's not that I don't like meeting and interacting with people, but I'm awkward. I'm very awkward. And I don't think that's
same
about me. So and you do have to be careful so that it doesn't come off as rude. That's my big
right. Like I'm worried about my interactions with people. Like if I didn't talk enough or something, like I will think about the interaction long after it's over. Like I hope they didn't think I'm a bitch.
I replay the conversation. Did I seem awkward? Did I seem okay? And I don't know how to end conversations.
Me either. Like I'm so grateful when they end it for me. Like it was nice meeting you. I'm like, oh, thank God.
I'm so awkward. There was a time I was in New York, and there was.
Am I?
Speak on it.
Go ahead.
Come on, are we speaking? We're not gonna
Go
speak.
ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you just bring it up and then put it back in the hole? Nah, come on.
Yes,
Are we not talking about it?
Long story short, this couple at this restaurant were nice and they talked to me, and I didn't know how to end the conversation, so I just pulled up a chair and
oh my gosh.
we were
I'm
all
in with friends. I was with Omar and somebody else, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because I did not sit with them.
Oh my gosh.
we walk in to get food, and they're like, "Oh, we like your outfit because we're at we're at the Sailor Boom cosplay party, and she's dressed as Mara." She's like, "Oh, thank you." And then she's talking with them, and then she sits down. And I ordered the food. I'm with our friend Orion. I ordered the food and everything, and then we sit down, and it's like three tables from where she is, and I'm looking, and she's just sitting there like, talking, and then like at a point it's like there's a lull, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing out loud? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I didn't know if I could sit with you guys. I'm like, you know me. You met Orion already. Why would you? Why we came in here together?
And I would have had to end the conversation, but sit in the same place. It was oh my God. And that's every time. So Comic-Con people are like, oh my God, Jiffy, I'm frozen each time. And I'm just like, I don't know.
It's like, luckily when I meet people, I'm like always walking somewhere, so I could just be like, I desperately have to pee, but it was so nice meeting you.
I gotta get better at it. I gotta always have to pee even when I don't have to pee, because I'm just like
Tiffy's like, you guys going this way? I'll go with you. Let's just
go everywhere together forever.
A good way to end the conversation. I learned from Will. A good way to end it is just, it was nice meeting you. You just wait for that. Well, it was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, when that awkward pause happens, that's when you say that. Like, it was great meeting you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And then just dip out.
It was nice meeting you. It's an easy insert. Easy insert.
Nah,
and then my mom died. Oh wow, that's yeah. Well, it was nice meeting you. You know what I mean? You made it weird now. It was nice meeting you.
Oh my God, yeah. I think I would just be silent. I just would be like, yeah, I hear you. And then just start flipping through my phone and shit, and just let them.
Next thing you know, you have a smear campaign. It's like a hate page. Like this bitch.
Like, has she ever scrolled while you were talking to her on her phone?
Like, she did that to me too.
I would cry if I met someone from the internet and they did that. I would absolutely lose.
I mean, after I've sat down at their table, not like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I could see like
I thought I could be vulnerable here.
What happens when you don't sign?
He's like, I'm not laughing.
Nah, it is an interesting juggle, kind of. I mean, but I low key feel sad that you have to, I mean, that is a part, I think, of just general, even if you don't consider yourself celebrity, of being recognized, is kind of having to deal with how do you deal with people in person when you meet them. So I empathize with you for having to be, not for not knowing how to end conversations, but I especially empathize with you for feeling like you have to entertain when you're not on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I draw the line. If I ain't gonna lie, like if I was your bestie and we was out and some asshole came up with a camera, was like, "Hey, do the shoulder shit, do the grim shit. Hey, let me see the shit."
Nobody's done that. Well, actually, people that I know personally have done that, because it's like I have a friend that I've been hanging out with for a while, and they just realized that they followed me before they met me. And they're like, "Oh, you know who I just realized that you were this girl. I thought you were just reposting her shit." I'm like, that's I have the same face. He's like, "I was just looking at your feed like, wow, she's the same she's a fan of the same girl that I am." I'm like, "Are you looking at
Oh, no, that's crazy.
I'm wearing the same outfits when we hang out."
I don't think people look at faces. I don't know. It's weird. They just
and also sometimes people, some people have different presentations online. There's some dudes who only use the top, like from their chest up in their videos. There's some, people, so sometimes I think it can be a little hard to recognize. But
I get that I'm shorter in person a lot because people expect me to be tall, and then I'm 5'2". So I'm almost average height. Thank you. What is this reaction?
I would have been surprised.
Keep in mind, I haven't been Tiffy yet, but I'm the shortest out of everybody, and I'm 5'6". So
I'm 5'4".
Yeah, Tiffy's 5'4".
I said I haven't met Tiffy yet, so yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Everybody said the reaction, y'all.
Wasn't Nolly shorter than you when we met up at the studio? Was Nolly?
Nolly is shorter than me. Yes.
How tall is Nolly? How tall is Nolly?
Nolly's like 5'4". Like I think, Tiffy, you and Nolly are in the same boat right there with that.
Y'all's reaction killed me though. I said 5'2", and y'all like, damn. I'm like, shit.
No,
it's just.
I was expecting 5'2". That's funny to me.
You present very tall.
Yeah,
I get that a lot.
The legs look long. That's what they're trying to say,
I'm just a little disappointed because we was gonna offer you Disney tickets, but now that we know you can't ride none of the rides, it's really no point.
Wow. This is how y'all are gonna do me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. It's all love.
I am a guest.
You are. I guess it was the height comparison. When we were looking at you and the lemur, and King Julian. It was like, oh, okay, I guess we should have known they were about the same height.
It was for me. It was when you straight planked on the railing, and you were long. I thought you were. That's why I thought you were taller when you planked.
Yeah, it's the legs. I'm telling you, it's the legs. Us 5'6" women, in the fives, it's the legs, man. I'm telling you,
it's a clan.
Yeah, it's really just I have a short torso, so it makes my legs look long.
Yup.
It's just a long kitchen setting. Makes it look a little shorter. I'm curious. Well, hold on, Omar. You had something, bro.
No, I did.
Oh, you're gonna make me. I was like, no, you ask it. I wasn't gonna say.
Oh, okay, I did.
If you don't have to do the dancing, right? Let's say, like, all right, you get to a position where, like, oh, you don't have to dance is optional for when you want. What would you want your content to be, or what would you want to talk about for your content then?
I mean, if not the dancing, just comedy like I've been doing before, like whatever I feel like is funny at the moment. And I'm kind of like shifting back to that, especially in light of the whole SAG-AFTRA strike, because I can't do recreations of struck work, past or future. So because that will get me blackballed in the industry in the future. So it's like I can recreate like anime scenes or like scenes from music videos or, productions that are not by Netflix or Amazon or Disney or what have you. So it's like my recreations are going to be a lot more limited now because I can't promote any characters that are that are from struck work because I can't cross the picket line. So yeah, if not the dance content, then it'd just be doing the comedy shit. Like before, a lot of my I got to 1 million followers off of the cartoon shit, but I already had like 500K or something.
Nice.
Well, like I already had 1 million across the platforms from my previous content. I was doing drag. I have a male character that women like a lot. So like that's where I got a lot of my female followers. I would do skits with Rico, who is the handsome manly man, and his twin Raymond with the podcast. And then Miss Yams, she's the twerker. And then Madam Zay, that's the goofy one. So like I just go back to the family.
Okay. I like that. So, Yaz has something to ask.
Okay.
So out of all of your videos, what is your favorite, like your top 3, of your favorite creations that you've made?
Ooh, of the favorite. Like of all of my videos, or just like the recreation videos?
It's like all of them. Like what would you say is your top? Because you've created them. So what's on your top 3? I just want to know.
There's this one video that I did with the character Rico, and it's like when someone's bothering your friend in the party or something, and then it's like it's me, and then I transform into Rico, and I just look menacing as fuck. So like that's a proud one for me because I'm like, ooh, I look handsome and scary. So like that's one. And then I really liked the JoJo torture dance.
Yeah, that was crazy. And and for you to not even know like the lore behind it, but to execute it almost so perfectly is like ridiculous.
That was so fun to do, and I was really proud of the finished result because like that was a difficult video to make.
It's a hard one to watch too. I mean, not the video that you made, but the actual scene that happened in sorry.
Like I looked for context of the scene, and everyone that's watched is just like there is no context. It's this random in the show. Like it doesn't make sense. Even if you watch the entire show. I'm like, okay. What else? There's a video that I did where I introduced like all of my characters. That's one of my favorites too, because it's like a little, ghetto sitcom intro, like here's Madam Zay, here's Rico, here's Raymond, here's Miss Yams. So like those are my top 3.
Okay, cool.
Love it. Ty, you had something?
I did, because I think I heard you kind of express a desire to go Hollywood at some point. So like so when you get there, what is your aspiration? Because you got the comedy side of it, you got the acting obviously with Rico and all of these things, or is it just all around the board? Are you just open to whatever role, opportunity, whatever you?
I am open to whatever, but I would very much love to. Well, okay, so like immediately for my acting career, I would love to be typecast in more of like the action roles. I would love to do like superhero type movies or any movie where I'm whooping the fuck out of somebody.
Nice.
It's my dream to play a hot villain.
Okay.
That would be so awesome. But long term, I would like to follow kind of the same career path as like people like Issa Rae and Quinta Brunson that started off on the internet and then became part of a bigger production and then eventually had their own production company and their own show. That's what I want.
Okay, dig it. All right, just a couple more quick questions and then I want to play a little. I'd like to play a game. Yes, Omar.
We can't have her mention like she wants to play a villain and not.
Yeah, I was leaning in, but thank you. Please expound. Well, was you finished with the question, Omar?
Well, I was gonna say I'm like Tiffy should ask her what her favorite villain is.
Yeah, who is your favorite villain?
Ooh.
There can be more than one.
I think I know who it is.
Rico.
It's like a villain that I was rooting for.
Something I
The
don't know.
Orphan.
Wow.
I was rooting for her.
The orphan, the adopted girl that was murderer, the 31.
killer.
Yes, I was rooting for her until I was sad when she like died at the end of the first movie because I really wanted her to kill everybody. I was like, I'm feeling her. She's a badass with the Russian accent and shit. Like, kill them all.
That shit made me so vicious. I remember watching that movie with my brother, and my mom loved it. My brother and I were like, this would be like UFC, man. I'm not. Nah, you like 5. You're 4'2". Nah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
But of course, second would be Killmonger.
I was about to say, like, yo, we don't need no Killmonger mention. Like, I could have sworn that was your husband.
Honestly, I like Killmonger more than Michael B. Jordan. To be quite honest, like before he slit that lady's throat in the Black Panther movie, when he was just like, "When I tell you to do something, I mean that shit," I was like,
You can relate, Tiffany. You can relate.
Absolutely. When he yoked up that auntie brother, I'm like, lucky bitch. Because
I was like, me next.
Right. I also didn't do what you said.
So, excuse me, sir, I'm feeling defiant. Suddenly, I can't follow instructions.
That is the vibe. That is absolutely.
How is he 2 and that Orphan's 1? That's my question.
Because she was cool. she was just cool as fuck. Wow. In her fucking what was it? In her what was Madeline ass dress? just whacking people.
Wow.
You know what? The only villain, and until we found out that she wasn't actually the villain that I rooted for the same way, the Ghost in Gothica. Like
Halle Berry.
Yeah. Fuck him up too. Yep. Set him on fire
and cover up the murder and look like you were the victim.
Absolutely, anything it takes. Yep.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not. So, are you a fan of Marvel movies? Do you watch like Marvel stuff? Is that a thing for you?
I've seen some Marvel movies. I haven't like watched all of them.
Okay. So, but Killmonger, you definitely saw Black Panthers.
Man, I had a boyfriend at the time when I was watching Black Panther. I was sweating trying to keep a straight face when he took his shirt off. I'm sitting there like, oh.
I would let that.
Like I'm looking at my boyfriend like,
why can't you do that?
Listen, women deserve the hall pass too. Is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm on down. Everybody ain't. It ain't all about.
I'm gonna keep it respectful, but in my mind, I'm like, woof woof.
All right. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm feeling disrespectful. That's the clip. We found it. Moving along. You are definitely followed by a whole host of people, but you yourself are also on social media and probably follow some people yourself. Like, who are some of the favorite follows that you have in your follow section? Who do you watch? Who do you love to see creep up on your timeline?
My favorite, and like I talk to them now, so in my mind we're friends. So, Tony Baker and Patrick Cloud, he be roasting me and I'll be roasting back. I'm like, yeah, are we friends? Are you my buddy now? And Kev on stage too.
Hey, okay, those are good. Yeah, those are so you have an affinity for stand-up comedians, Black ones specifically. It sounds like.
Yes, I've been following their shit for years, so I was so excited when they commented on my shit, and then I found out they followed me. I'm like, and when I DM them, they DM back. I don't feel like a loser. Oh my god.
Nice. That's great, man, to meet you. So, I mean, are you open to doing stand-up? Do you think you would ever try to grace the stage? You give me heavy, I could do it if I really wanted to vibes.
Yeah, I actually would love to do stand-up. The thing about it is, though, I went to one of my friend's stand-up shows, and it was my first time ever seeing her perform. And they cut off her mic. Her set was going so badly that they cut her mic off and she got kicked off the stage. So like I'm scared of that happening to me because every stand-up comedian is just like, yeah, you're going to have a bad night. That's just how it goes. And I'm like, I will cry in the car. What do you mean? I'm sensitive. Like, how dare they not like me? I'm never doing this shit again.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is a part of stand-up that we have to deal with.
Yeah, it's like once I get over that fear, I'll try it out.
I mean, here's the difference though. If I may say, and I'm not trying to coach you into getting into stand-up, but the difference for whatever your friend experienced and what I believe you would experience is you come to the table with a built-in following. So you have supporters in the crowd already when you go, if you promote it. Now, it doesn't mean that, every joke's going to hit. It doesn't mean that every crowd is going to love you. And it doesn't mean that every show's going to be dope. But you have an added advantage from my perspective, one that I think is boring. Because, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I thought I cut you off. Because you were mentioning that you see Hollywood in the future. You don't want to disrespect struck work and things like that. And one way to kind of, even as you are building, I'm getting in the lecture mode. Please stop me. I don't mean to, but I my ears.
Let me finish the question though.
When I hear stand up, you right now literally have the key to developing a sustainable career in stand-up if you really wanted to. Hear me out. Because what a lot of us stand-ups comics have to do is get on stage, make jokes, then tape it, then put them on the internet, and then hope other people see them so we could develop a following. You already come to the table with that following. So if you were to announce a Madam Zay comedy tour, even if you're not, but even if you weren't that good, all right, you're already going to bring people to the facility, which is the hardest part. Case in point, I was fortunate to be able to do a show with Country Wayne not too long ago.
Oh, dope!
And Country Wayne, when he first, I've been working with him since he first started. When he first started, he didn't have a lot of jokes. He'll say it out loud. He said it to all of us. It was a bunch of us in the back. He's like, "Yo, look, I'm here to observe too." He was really humble, but he sold that bitch out. You know what I'm saying? He went up, he hosted, he introduced everybody, he did some goofy shit, he made his eyes real big, and everybody loved it. He didn't have to make it, but he sold that bitch out, walked away with almost $10,000 for one night.
$10,000 for one night? Shit, put me on the stage. I didn't know y'all getting paid like that.
Zaynah, I would love to manage you, dog. Let me stop. But I'm just saying it might be something worth considering. So let me just take a step back. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm considering it harder now. I shouldn't have phrased it like that. Considering it more.
Well, listen, let's talk. I mean, I would love to. I'm not trying to, interject myself into your life.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about this later.
Let's wrap, because I honestly, truly believe that template is already there in existence. But moving right along. I'm so glad that you are a fan of Marvel movies. Of Black comedians. I'm so glad that you're a fan and of animated series as well. And here's a video where you kind of showcase some of the loves that you have for some of your animated characters. I would not have guessed that you were so into Kim Possible, that you even knew, what I'm saying, like that you could like tie these characters together. So I wanted to do something with you, if it was okay, where we, as not only the folks that are watching, shout out to everybody who's watching. Please make sure you share, like, all of that good stuff. Comment, subscribe if you aren't already. And make sure y'all go to Madam Zay's page. That's Zaynah Bear, if you don't know already. And follow, because she needs more followers right now. I want us to see if we can figure out some things about Zaynah. So I have taken the liberty of asking Zaynah a few questions. All right, Omar, Tiffy, y'all should be familiar with this process. We've done it, Yaz and Ty as well with our collective group. But we want to know a little bit more about what Zaynah Bear likes. So I've asked these few questions to Zaynah, and I want us to just try to see if we can guess some of these things here. So the first thing I would like to ask Zaynah ask everybody on the panel. All right, let's go around the board and tell me if you could guess what was Zaynah's favorite childhood cartoon growing up. Now, I know that's a big span. I know that's a lot. There's a lot of cartoons that were out there, and I unfortunately I can't tell you, just Disney or just Cartoon Network. So, if you need hints, ask. But let's just go ahead and throw this out and see if y'all can guess what were indeed Zaynah's. What was her favorite cartoon as a child?
What era?
What era? Good question. That's a good lead-in
90s,
question.
2000s. What's the?
Let's say 90s to 2000, 90s to early 2000s. But the top one in this category is one that I believe is still making shows to this day, if I'm not mistaken. I think they just started making shows again.
What network? What network?
All right, I'll give you hints.
I actually changed my mind for the top one.
There you go. There you go.
It's so hard to choose, but actually, I changed my mind. Like, there's an obvious one.
Do you have your phone on you? Are you using your phone to record, or are you on your phone right now? Could you?
I just see Vince's organization just. Oh god.
Definitely just went.
That's killing me.
Just shoot it to me in the group. Shoot it to me in the DM right quick.
Okay.
90s
right.
to 2000s.
I'll tell you what. Then, since in the spirit of,
I just messaged.
okay. All right. That makes
sense. What network? What network?
Okay. I can make this work. So I want you to just throw out some guesses real quick. Now, I'll give you a range. It may be a Nicktoon. It may be a Disney anime. It may be Cartoon Network. Can we get some guesses, please? Yes, Tiffy.
Kim Possible.
Yeah, fuck. I didn't.
Unfortunately, not this particular one. It's not on the list either, but that's a really good guess because she really is a Kim Possible fan.
I feel like it would be an obvious guess.
If you really think about it, the one that I just got is pretty obvious.
Okay, so I think it's the Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. Oh, well, I will say this. It is one of the top 3. Yes. So, yes, the Powerpuff Girls did exist on the list. So, way to go. We got that off the list. There's 2 more, but we're still looking for that top 1. Anybody got another guess?
You gotta give us like.
I was gonna say, I got my guess one on the list. I gotta give you something.
Yes. Give me.
I guess one on the list. Give me something.
You want another hint?
Can we get the network? Can we get the network?
All right, I'll give you the network. But I feel like when I give you the network,
it's so quotable too for like most millennials.
It's gonna give it away.
You're naming any cartoon.
All right. It was a. Well, I don't want to say a Nicktoon, but you could see it mostly on Nickelodeon. All right.
Goof Troop?
See it mostly on Nickelodeon.
No, that was not there. That was not there.
Unfortunately not. The guess is coming. I like it. What else, guys? Give me another guess. You know this.
I've done a few videos of this cartoon.
Nickelodeon. Who popping on Nickelodeon? All right.
Oh, Johnny Bravo.
No, that's Cartoon Network.
That is Cartoon Network.
Okay, good.
No, I've only done one for each of those.
Yeah, I was in.
All right. I will give.
It's like multiple videos that I've done of this cartoon.
I will give you. No, it's not Avatar, unfortunately, but that's a good guess, Tiffany.
Nicktoons in the 90s to 2000s.
It's not a Nicktoon.
You said it was on Nickelodeon.
It is on Nickelodeon, but it's not a Nicktoon.
How is it not a Nicktoon if it's on Nickelodeon?
Because Nicktoons.
There's an episode about a pizza.
Okay, maybe you're right, Omar. Maybe you're right. I just thought Nicktoons were only like Doug, and so it might be considered a Nicktoon.
It's like one of the most iconic episodes is about a pizza.
Here's another hint. One last hint. This character doesn't live on land like us.
Oh, it's SpongeBob.
He
lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Favorite.
I love SpongeBob.
Zaynah, why SpongeBob, Zaynah?
Half of my vocabulary is SpongeBob quotes. Like, if I have to spell something, I have to be like, A is an apple, Z is an zebra. It's gonna be W for Wombo. Like, what do you mean?
This is where like the gap happens. It's like, oh, it's the most popular Nicktoon. I'm like, Rocko's Modern Life, but then like the age comes in. I'm like, oh, SpongeBob. Oh,
I'll be telling people to go to Weenie Hut Juniors. Like, I had nails for breakfast without any milk.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. my favorite episode. I'm interested in what yours was, but my favorite episode of SpongeBob, hands down, is the one where he learned how to curse, and he couldn't say. He was like, "What? Why can't I just say?" And it kept like bleeping over his words and shit. Like that shit was hilarious. Did you have like a favorite episode?
I mean, I feel like it's everybody's favorite. The Super Bowl show where they do Sweet Victory.
Damn, of course. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that was a good one, man. I guess
That was one show my mom did not let me watch. She like cut on stuff. She
I
did not.
think a lot of Black parents
She's like,
did.
this
Like,
is not for children. She's like, this is weird shit. Like, why would they? Like, yeah.
like why is this starfish wearing fishnets and heels?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My mom, like, yeah, she was like, that was one cartoon she was not having in the house. Everything else was cool. Like, we could watch Spawn. We could watch like, you know, like.
You can watch Spawn.
We could watch, yeah, we watch freaking Black Hawk Down anytime we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
My best friend wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob, but she could watch Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy was okay. Family Guy was okay with SpongeBob. My mom was like, "No, this shit is weird." She's like, "There's some underlining stuff." And then when she found out that it was like supposed to be an adult cartoon, she's like, "This is why I didn't let you watch this shit." Yeah, there's only one kid out of all 5 of us that likes that show, and it's the one kid that's like the youngest. So
I feel like there was some teetering around the orientation of SpongeBob that made some parents uncomfortable, but
yeah, that's how it was for my best friend's mom. She was like, "This is gay."
Basically, yeah, it's like
not in my Christian home.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It does happen. There's one more that's on the list, and it is a Nicktoon, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, I'm sorry. This is on Cartoon Network. This is a Cartoon Network. Wait a minute. Is it?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's
Nick.
The Nicktoon. I'm sorry. I can't see this. I will give you all a hint on this one. It's a cartoon starring a young white boy, all right, who had a little bit of help getting through life.
Oh, Very Odd Parents.
Very Odd Parents. Yes.
Said a young white boy. I'm like, that could be anyone.
I know that was general, but I didn't want to give it away. I was like, oh, he has two.
That was a good
Very.
That was a good help getting through life. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, good. Well, we'll keep it on moving.
And my thing was still like, which one of these white boys was going through it alone? They all have a third sidekick. So
they do.
I was still very lost.
All these white boys have, is it the privilege? I don't know.
My next hint was going to be that his helpers floats. You know what I'm saying?
Or he was spitting bars in the theme song. Juice, rubber goose, 3 moose, guava juice.
All right, so in the spirit of keeping that moving, here's another question for us, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the Disney category. So,
but real quick, I just have to spotlight this cartoon that nobody ever remembers when I say it. Generation O, fire! I love that show, and nobody knows what it is. It's available on YouTube. You should watch it. Okay. But anyway, go ahead.
Is anybody here familiar with that? What's it all? What is that about, Zaynah?
It's this girl, and she's a rock star, but she like goes to regular school, and I love so many songs from that show.
Okay. Is it current or is it like from the past?
No, it's from like the 2000s.
Oh wow. Okay, dang, I missed that. Okay, we have to check that out. Generation O.
Nobody knows Girls Rule, Boys Drool. Like nobody's heard the song. It's mind blowing to me.
Once or twice, but I don't really remember it too much. No.
I grew up watching The Box. You know, I was videos and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even see a lot of this stuff. So I didn't see a lot of this.
If he wasn't on, I was watching what's the scenario? What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I was watching Nelly and the Saint Lunatics song.
No cable vision. Fresh Prince before we thought it was cool.
I was watching The Adventures of Alex Mack.
You had to watch WB because I have no cable. I was watching The Simpsons.
Vince grew up with Amanda Bynes and all that.
Basically, yeah. Amanda Bynes. That's how we do it. In the world of Disney, I'm curious if you guys could tell me what does Zaynah believe are the top 3 animated Disney movies of all time? What does Zaynah believe?
Mulan.
Are the top 3 animated movies of all time? Now we happen to have a Disney aficionado in the house.
profiler.
So I'm hoping that we can get her to contribute as well. But yeah, just top 3. Let's see what's on this list, guys. And I'm not gonna lie, I will say this off rip: nobody has chosen these 3 before.
Really?
We played
That's
this game.
a shame.
One of them, I think, has been listed, but the other 2, I believe, are new to being the answer in this game. So go ahead and give me some guesses. Give
The
me some
Lion
guesses.
King.
Lion King. You're so close. You're
I'm
so close.
Part 2.
Like you're literally spot on. Say it again. Say it again.
Lion King Part 2.
Lion
Yup.
King Part 2, believe it or not, yes.
Because
Lion
the
King
soundtrack.
Oh
is
yeah,
on
but
there.
yeah.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie, this one hit me by surprise. Zaynah, give it to me.
Exile.
What is
Man,
Lion King?
deception.
Yes.
Dis-
That's the best
You know
song.
what it is? So it's the whole soundtrack for you. It's just
Yes, and Kova was fine. I don't give a fuck if it makes me look like a
So
furry.
fine. Yes, absolutely.
He may be an animal, but he was fine nigga coded. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
That's
You said it.
special going on.
Shit.
Tiffy, could you start
Like-
over what you said? I didn't get to hear what Tiffy. What were you saying? You were in agreement on this?
Absolutely. Kovu was very fine, and he had like this bad boy quality about him, and it's like, but Dad,
Right, but he was sweet.
It was perfect. He was very sweet. He just wanted to be accepted.
He was a rebel, but kind and caring. Like my type in men is
Yeah,
niggas that look like Kovu.
He deserves better.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about this child? That was just
He's
when
a
he grew up,
king. He
That's
grows
the
up
beginning
with
of
No, the grown version.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
The way
they
I
grow
defend
up. Not,
Yeah, there's a part where he jumps on the rock and he just looks back like, and I was like, "Ee." Like me being a child, I'm like, this is awakening something in me. I don't know what.
Wait,
Okay,
before-
They were doing.
Hold up, before we go on, Tiffy, do you have anything on the on how they, since you're the Disney aficionado, how did they get the animals to all know that Exile song?
Oh, they absolutely had
Were
rehearsal.
they rehearsal?
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're like, listen, someone's gonna fuck up. Ever since that whole thing with the antelope and that ran over King Mufasa, we need to have a song for when someone fucks up and we have to get them to fuck up.
They have the birds flying at his head, pecking at his neck and shit.
And then altos, you're gonna be down here. You come in with a deception.
Mhm.
Yup.
And then the hippo comes in with the babies.
with a bone. Yup.
Like, he
And
asked for
late
trouble.
that day, we heard in the distance, they're like, fuck, they're doing the Exile song.
And then the zebra at the end came in with a solo.
Okay, hold up.
Disgrace.
We were ready at the end.
Hey, yo.
Deception. He was ready for his part at the end.
Hold up.
Like, y'all niggas ain't about to outsing me.
Ty, what's up, bro?
Nah, I need it. I gotta have it. They just gave us parts of the song. I personally haven't heard this song.
You've never heard this song?
you got little kids. You didn't play this for them.
It's been out for 20 years.
Well, you know what?
Lion King.
Well, you know what? Can you ladies please bless me with the song? Because both of you seem to have the part.
Deception, disgrace, evil as plain as the scar on his face. Deception and outrage, disgrace, for shame. He asked for trouble, the movie.
See you later.
Deception and outrage, disgrace. Hey, I'll go back to your road. See you later, agitator. Leave us alone. Hey, I'll go back to your own. See you later, agitator. Born and I can go all day. Raised in hate, helpless to defy his fate. Let him run, let him live, but do not forget what we cannot forget. He is not one of us. He has never been part of us. He is not part of us. Should I stop? No. God, someone once, and then the cymbals crash. Last to us, now we're not so blind, for he cannot undo what he's done, and you know that will never be one. He is not one of us. Deception, disgrace. And then they're like humming in the back.
Yeah.
And then
That was
Simba just
great. That was so
That's it.
great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Literally, like, that's crazy that we're gonna get copyrighted by Disney because that's literally what it sounds like. 100%.
Wow.
As our resident Disney person, Tiffy, you approve of this message?
That was spot on. Like, we just got it live. They should pay you and not.
Let's hope for God Lion King 2 is not struck work. Good Lord, because we don't want no problems.
Oh,
That
it
shit
is.
right
It most certainly is. But as long as I don't create content around it, I'm good. We're just having a conversation.
We're just gonna hold that one for later. When
let's not clip these
up.
for a while, Vince. Let's just not clip these for a while.
Yeah, okay, we'll put this in the chamber, and then
don't worry, Zaynah. When we clip that, you know, we're gonna do it side by side, and you're like, it's gonna be great.
But that is one of the things. It is a studio, and past struck works and include that. So we just won't clip it. So
there's a conversation. Well, we'll clip it, edit it, and we'll hold it in the chamber until they decide to pay the workers exactly what they deserve. God damn it, tighten up, Hollywood, and goddamn it, Bob Igor, as I like to call you.
Yeah, they need to get their shit together before I join Hollywood, so I can get paid.
Fix that shit, goddammit. Y'all done put Tony Baker in the Spectrum commercial, and we need Zaynah on that bitch too. So go ahead and tighten that shit up, man. Anyway, that was one of the guesses for the top Disney, but that was her favorite. And I just real quick, I know this is gonna make me look terrible, but I have unfortunately not watched the entirety of Lion King 2. And for what I'm hearing from from Tiffy and from Zaynah, it sounds like I'm missing out. I heard that there was a lot of colorism and a lot of a lot of allegory in this one. Tiffy?
We're getting back into it. Yeah, it's the darky lion versus the light skins, and basically kind of the themes that were touched on jokingly in the first one. There's a pride of lions that live in poverty that decide that they like that.
They're the broke dark skins.
Yep. Right. There's some broke dark skins, and they're just like, we don't want to be broke dark skins no more. We don't want to tell that. And I'm gonna send my son in to fall in love with your light-skinned daughter and show her what the hood is like. And that's basically the premise of Lion King 2.
That reminded me of that Tyler Perry skit from the Boondocks for some reason, where it's like, I'm dark skinned and bald. That means I hate Jesus and I hate you.
What you know about the Boondocks? Okay, yo, fuck with us, bro. We fuck with the Boondocks too. All right. So we got that. That's one. What are the other two Disney movies that are on the top of Zaynah's list, guys? We've already got Lion King.
This is far too fast. Give a hint, Vince.
Yeah, you guys got to get a hint, man.
You said give a hint? Okay, all right. So for this next one, let me give you a hint. Like I said, this one has this is a hint that I think should give it away, but it's already been mentioned today as a Disney movie. Mulan. See, that's all I had to say.
Wait,
that's right, Mulan.
Earlier,
we said that first.
I said Mulan first, and you said it wasn't Mulan.
I did. I apologize. I may not have heard correctly. My apologies, sincerely. It definitely is Mulan. Oh no! Oh,
we erased Mulan, and we erased black women that say Mulan.
Mulan has my favorite Disney track of all time.
First thing we said, I'm just upset. Go ahead and sing the song. Sing the songs and the things. So better.
I'm so sorry, Tiffy. I apologize if that happened. I didn't do it intentionally. I'm really sorry. But yeah, Mulan is on that list.
Yeah, I'll make a man out of you. Man, I listen to that song anytime I'm going through a tough time in life. Like, I'll be in the car crying. Let's get down to business.
Come on.
Like, someone will be in their car and just see me headbanging and think I'm listening to like the hardest track ever. Meanwhile, I'm like, be your man, you must be swift as a caustic river.
That's me, and life is a highway. I get it.
Really? I love that song.
Yeah, that song.
It's such a good song.
It is a good song.
It really is.
Wow.
That's like the only like country song that I like.
Yes, is it?
Only one.
Only
one. Man, I dug my key into the side of your brain.
I will push children out the way in order to get to Cars Land because they have a DJ car that comes out. And he's like, I'm DJ, we're having a party. And every once in a while, you hear that dim, 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 and I get the fuck out the way. So he's like, love the art.
Knocking somebody's baby over and beat it.
I paid my own money to get here. You don't know what that's like. But like, no, fuck them kids.
That's my motto. FDK all day. Did you like the live action version, Zaynah?
I didn't watch that shit because they said they were not going to have any of the songs from the original. So I'm like, what am I watching it for?
They didn't have any of the songs. Okay, can I ask you a question? Did you see Mulan 2 at least?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, which one do you like better, the original or
the
second?
first one?
All right, I just want to make sure.
By far.
I just want to make sure. That's my Disney classic movie as well. Mulan is like that's my top, one of my top 3s as well. Like I love Mulan.
Man, they just had like random funky ass moments in that movie. Man, when she was like walking through the rain and that beat dropped, I'm like, ooh, some shit's about to happen.
Oh man, I love it. I love how you love this so much. We have one last one that is on this list of what Zaynah's top 3 are. We've got Lion King 2. We've got Mulan. Now, what's the last one? I am happy to see this is a first time appearance on this very question. So if anybody, all right, I'll say it is a Disney, obviously, animated series, but this one, man, almost any hint gives it away, if I could be honest.
The Proud Family.
Is it Toy Story?
It's a movie. It's a movie, but you're in the right arena. As you said, family, yes, but it's a movie. Think movie.
Okay, so even
Lilo and Stitch.
Incorrect, but I like it.
Movie? I don't know.
No, it's
animated.
Animated series.
It's animated. Okay.
I'll give y'all another hint. We talk about these type of people all the time.
Niggas.
The face you had when you said that was
It's like niggas the movie.
I was gonna say white people. Niggas the
Disney animated. Where's that shit at?
Disney's proud to present. Proud to present niggas.
Coming to Walt Disney Studios.
All right. So it's animated Disney family.
We talk about
series.
Family. No, it is a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah. Okay.
And it is involving a family.
Okay.
And we talk about these types of people a lot. Incredible. Yes, bring me the whole family. And that is one of the first, I think this is the first time anybody's brought this up. Zaynah, The Incredibles?
I love The Incredibles. I love The Incredibles so much.
Yeah, what do you love about them so much?
I mean, the whole family is just badass. You're like rooting for everybody in different parts, especially Violet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, she was the one that I identified most with because she was like all shy and shit, but had really the coolest powers until Jack's powers came in.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God. That little ogre motherfucker.
And I loved Incredibles too, how it was like more centered around him. So like, I'm like, go boy, that's my baby right there. It's not my baby, but that's my baby.
He's our baby.
Yeah, I like The Incredibles. Is there any of their powers in particular that you like more than the other? Like, if you had to be one of the Incredibles, would you be the super strong dad powers? Would you be the super fast? Would you have mom's elasticity? Like, who would you identify more with power wise?
Ooh, that's so difficult. Because I'm thinking, like, what would be most useful in real life?
Right.
Okay.
Because I like the invisibility and the force fields. But really, how often would I be using that?
Right. And to stretch, I mean, you could get like anything.
Like, I'm already flexible. I don't know. I fuck with Frozone.
Okay.
Frozone. Oh, pull up Black Bobby Drake. Let's do it.
Because he could technically fly, sort of. As long as he had like some water around him, he could be skating across the city.
I wonder if your spouse would have any trouble getting you your super suit by request though. Like it's like that seems to be the big. Where's my super suit?
I quote that all the time. Like anytime that I am in a relationship with somebody and they complain about something, I'm the greatest good you're ever gonna get.
I love it. The quotables. That's what makes you real. That's what makes it real. All right, we're running a little lower on time. We got it in about 10 minutes or so, but we still have one more question left as we get to know our guest, Zaynah. Once again, for those of y'all still tuning in, thank y'all so much. Make sure you follow on Twitch, follow on Twitter. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't already, and watch us on the YouTube. As that's the most consistent place for us, and do all of the other podcast places as well, iHeart, Google Podcasts, so on and so forth, Apple, Amazon, so on. Now, last question, and I love this one because we've never asked this one, so I can't wait to hear what you guys guess on this one. But we asked Zaynah because we see that she does, these reenactment videos, some of which include when she reenacts things like when she saw, I don't know, Aunt Viv do a dance and stuff like that. So I asked her, what are the top 3 best Black TV sitcoms of all time? What are the top 3 best Black TV sitcoms of all time? Let that sink in, because there's so many places to go.
Martin.
I agree with you, but it is not on this list. This is according to. Oh, that's a great one.
That's a good. I should have put that on the list.
Man,
Zaynah, just to kind of give Zaynah some cushion. Just because it's in her top 3 doesn't mean it's not. Just because it's not in her top 3 doesn't mean it's not in her top 10. You know what I'm saying?
I want to replace number 2 with Fresh Prince.
Damn, Tiffany's so influential. Like she's like, it should be Fresh Prince if it ain't.
It should definitely be Fresh Prince. I liked Fresh Prince a lot more than number 2, to be quite honest. I just couldn't think of shit at the time because it's like I have my favorites, but then when somebody asks me my favorites, suddenly I don't have any memory. I don't know what I've seen.
and Living Color.
Oh
no, and I don't even know if I would call that a sitcom. That's more of a
that's like that's a variety show.
That is the variety show. Let's just sideline that show. That is
we give it 3. That's with 3 E's. Give you a hint. One of these shows, which I believe is her top one, has been mentioned today already.
The fuck?
It's been 2 hours of us talking, Vince.
Thank you. That's what I'm like.
You gotta give me something the character has done. Something the character has done.
All right. One of these, the top one, the main character's name is also the name of a bird.
I hate you.
Bro, you ain't give. That's not a good hint. That's
not a good hint.
That's a good hint.
I thought it was a good hint. All right.
Like in this episode, he wore a blue shirt. What's his name?
All right. Better hint. The star of this particular show started this series after they were a young star on another very, very popular show that also was a Black TV sitcom.
Okay, so we got a child star that started.
Okay, so I feel like Ebony helped out a little bit, jogged my memory. So Ebony in the comments,
shout out to Ebony.
If he's number 1, just saying, thank you, Ebony. We are going to go with That's a Raven because you said a bird.
That's so Raven. That's exactly right. Was that
Raven?
What's my hint that bad? What's my hint? They was pretty bad.
You said it was a bird.
I thought they were decent hints.
Because we all know the answer. What the fuck?
I think that trivia and hints, you have to scale it a little bit. Like you're saying, favorite show. Give us a year or range or a network, and then you can scale it down to individual characters.
Fair enough. That is fair. I will do that for the next few. My apologies. That is fair. But that's so Raven, Zaynah, huh? That's your thing. That's your jam.
Yeah, I love that So Raven. Like her comedic timing, especially looking back at it as an adult. I'm like, man, she was like, this is funny as fuck. The children didn't deserve this. Like,
Fair enough.
It was
Fair
great.
enough. Fair enough.
I did not appreciate it as much as a child as I do as an adult.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, it wasn't until you kind of like brought this to my attention that I really like considered That's So Raven like a black sitcom. And then a small part of me was like, what? And then I looked at the cast and I was like, you goddamn right, it's a black sitcom. Like, no,
the
it's
mom
like
was rocking the natural hair and shit.
Yeah, the only one that was
And
like,
she wasn't a light-skinned mom.
right.
her best friend was white. That was really the only like, one that was, not, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like color.
And that's revolutionary too. She had a white sidekick.
Yep. And she was the smart one out of the out of the two. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that had all the ideas and shit. And she designed her own fucking clothes too.
She
enough,
was
fair enough.
styling. And the boys in motion.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not mad. All right, we got two more. So let me give y'all, let me give y'all a better hint for these next two. Now, we've already given Will Smith's Fresh Prince an honorable mention, even post slap. But let's just go ahead and assume that maybe that wasn't mentioned today. It still have two more. So this next one on the list, we're thinking 90s, early 2000s. All right. And this one, it stars two young ladies. The best hint I'm going to give you right now is that it is a spinoff.
Sister.
No, but you're in the right.
Ooh, I should have picked that. Damn.
But you're in the right. You're in the right arena. It was. I think that it was on that same network. As Sister. But yeah, it stars
Sister was Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm completely wrong. My apologies again. I'm fucking up.
Moesha.
Yeah.
No, but it is very, very
The
close.
Parkers.
The Parkers. My man, I'm not keeping score today. I'm fucking up. But yeah, the Parkers was a big deal. So that touched you now. In the spirit of, since we're running out of time, I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. But yeah, the Parkers was definitely something that you liked. Hi, Zaynah.
I really didn't even like it that much. I just couldn't think of anything else.
We thought of the one for her. That's why.
I love the
I
honesty.
hope you're not watching
Honesty is real. I love
Monique.
the
These are just all right, let's move on to the last one then. This one, I think definitely for I hope I don't sound sexist by saying this, but I think more women gravitate to this show than men did. Although I will say it was a good. Say it again.
What?
Girlfriends?
God, okay, well, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
just
all,
rewatched that whole
Yeah,
show.
man, I love that show.
I was gonna say some of us watched it as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a good show, and the color spectrum and just the overall personality spectrum. And who doesn't love Ross?
Who doesn't love? You don't even know her name.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
I'm sorry. Yeah, who doesn't love Tracy Ellis Ross? She's dope in every fucking thing. But so this is definitely on the list. Huh? You said you just rewatched it, Zaynah?
Yes, I just rewatched it. It was my comfort show.
Okay. All right, cool.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, please.
I thought like one of the sitcoms were gonna be like the Bernie Mac show.
Oh, that was a good show. I don't remember. Like, I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember any of the show because it's been so long since I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Zaynah's like, I should have said Bernie Mac show. Okay, so but Fresh Prince, you think should be on that list too? That
Yeah, Fresh Prince should be number 2.
Yeah,
Like, I still like Fresh Prince. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
No,
Do you watch
No, Living Single. How do you feel about Living Single?
I never watched it.
What about Martin? You never watched Martin? No Martin?
I watched Martin, but it was something that like I never chose to watch. It just came on.
Okay, all right. Hey, everybody got their own thing.
Yeah.
Did you like when they what was the last one we talked about? Damn, man, all right, man.
What?
All right, my medicine's kicking in right now. I think I just forgot exactly what I was going to say. It was the remaking the Bel Air that they made on Peacock. That was like a reboot. Did you get a chance?
I
to see
never even considered watching that. I don't. I'm not interested in any remake.
Because who was your favorite character on the Fresh Prince?
I mean, Will Smith, obviously.
I
Dark skin on Viv is a close 2.
Okay, all right. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you said Ashley, I could see it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I can kind of see where Ashley, while you're watching at the time, you're probably around the same age. Maybe identifying with the Tevin Campbell episode, and you know what I'm saying, and I could see it, but
I get compared to Hillary a lot, which I don't like that.
Yeah. Because she was ditzy. They made her.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, are you calling me dumb? But they're just talking about like the way I speak, but I don't think I sound like her.
Nah. I don't like the comparison. But maybe they're just speaking about aesthetics. Perhaps that's what they're trying to say. But leave it to me to defend these folks. I don't know. But anyway, that's about.
It's because she's very pretty, and you are also very pretty, and it was just a compliment about prettiness.
It's the same people that was calling me an Oreo though, so I think they were trying to do shit.
Everything about them is fine. You're great. You're pretty.
Can I just say, if I may, with a little bit of liberty with my microphone, fuck those people. All right, they a bunch of puss ass fuck boy. Get your fuck boy ass fuck out of here, none talk. Puss ass nickels. Don't be talking about our people like that. But do you have a message for people that say that you're an Oreo real quick before we start to wrap up? Like, do you have a message? What did you tell these people that like to say that just because you don't sound the way they think you should, that you're a certain way? What do you have to say to these folks?
I don't know. You're weird. Like,
all right. I'll say it for you. Fuck you. I am who I am, and my authentic self is just good enough.
Yeah. For me. I mean, I think that was just like a product of the times. I don't really get that anymore. Like,
Right.
Generally, people have good reviews of my speaking voice and want to hear me read books and shit.
Hey,
I'm glad that you think I read.
congratulations for reading. This is a good one. Okay. Well, Zaynah, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up. I can't thank you enough. I don't know if you'd be willing to give us a shout out on the way out real quick, but I have one last question. Whose boat is this? Did y'all rent your own boat? Like, is this your
Oh no,
boat?
my friend owns a boat. I wish I owned the boat, but no, it's not my boat. It's my friend's boat.
I don't want to assume. I don't know what you got going on. That could be your whole lake, as far as I know. Shit,
I'm manifesting it.
Please, man, make that happen. So we're gonna go ahead and make that happen in life. So to future success in Unstruck Hollywood, this goes out to Zaynah and all her future endeavors, of which we are manifesting right now, because we know they're gonna come through, and we sincerely appreciate you giving us an opportunity to pick your brain and learn even more about you. I ain't gonna lie, I got a favor. Will you mind doing me a small little favor? Could you look into your little camera and just say something nice about the New Blurred Order? Maybe something like, how much you love the New Blurred Order, or that New Blurred Order's got it going on. It's the biz. I don't know, just make it your own little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. The New Blurred Order is the bee's knees. wait, let me do that over. The New Blurred Order is cool as fuck. I love them. You should too.
Hey, that was dope as hell. Well, unless anybody else has anything, I don't want to leave anybody out. Anybody else? Nothing? Well, then we will hope that Miss Zaynah Bear. Now, stick around for a little bit if you don't mind. Just after this, just will holler at you about something. But just want to say thanks once again, and to everybody that joined us, including our homie Nolly, who's in the comments. Shout out to the homie Ebony, you know what I'm saying, who's one of the coolest motherfuckers on earth, I learned. Shout out to the homie Steph, who didn't get an opportunity to join us today, as well as Kev, who's got things going on, and the homie Tyrone as well. And for all of you that are on the panel, appreciate you. Omar, Tiffy, yes, Kai, as always, and of course Zaynah Bear for pulling up and doing her thing and sharing all.
Thank you for having me.
Don't go nowhere. But as we always say, guys, be your authentic self. Because if you ain't being yourself, guess what you're being? Fake. And ain't no honor in that. So please make sure, if you out there and you being yourself and you a geek, go ahead, let that geek flag fly.
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud, but we got no stains. Cold ass digital with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I